is the 12th of November, Rabbi Levitt, Gemora.
How you doing? Okay. So we still haven't given up on Shechicha. We haven't forgotten about it. And maybe we have, with Hashem's help, some additional insights to offer today. B'ezras Hashem.
Amen.
Okay. So, yeah. So what we've been doing so far is that we've been the Gemora's been trying to find a source in the psukim for the din that there is a shechicha in the city. It is possible that his forgetting in the city will create a din of shechicha on the omer in question. And we were wondering how does this work exactly? What's going on over here? And particularly Lou's question about, well, how come he at the time he didn't forget about it. He put it down, he set it aside, and he was planning on the Polim coming and getting it and bringing it in, but they also forgot, but now he's making a declaration of that he remembers that it's there and he's not giving up. And how does it all work? So I was thinking like this, that as long as it has not been taken from the field yet, it's potentially a candidate for the din of shechicha. Even though he put it down and he didn't forget about it at the time, but it's still possible. He hasn't yet, in other words, he hasn't yet acquired it. He hasn't yet acquired it because he hasn't forgotten about it. So far, all that's happened is he hasn't forgotten about it. But it's still possible for him to forget about it, and then it'll have a din of shechicha, and it'll be the property of the anim. And so the question that the Gemora is discussing over here is, can it be regarded as a shechicha if he forgets when he's already out of the field and he's in the city? And that's what the Gemora is saying. Whenever the Gemora says, "Oh, we have this pasuk, oh, we have that pasuk," l'rabos shechicha sa'ir, that's what it means. It means to say that even though he made a declaration and even though he remembered it, but if he's going to subsequently forget, even if he's not in the field at the time that he forgets, it's called shechicha sa'ir. And when we say l'rabos shechicha sa'ir, it means that will make this omer, that'll make this sheaf that's right now in the field subject to the din of shechicha, which means that it'll be regarded as being forgotten, and accordingly, the anim will be able to take it. That's what we mean when we say that there's shechicha in the ear. So whether it's right, whether it's not, that's but it's at least something to work with. So whenever we see these words, the rabos shechicha sa'ir, and we've seen them I think 3 times already, that's what I think that we're talking about. Okay, so that was what Rav Ashi said. The last thing we learned yesterday, we learned that Rav Ashi. You'll ask, where is Rav Ashi? Rav Ashi is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lines from the bottom of 11a. Rav Ashi says that the pasuk that talks about shichacha, it has an extra word. Leger liyosti lo tashuv lekachto. You can't go back to get it. And we said that we need that for the specific halacha of shichacha, which is lefanov, which he hasn't yet gotten to, and therefore it's not available to learn the din l'rabos shichacha sa'ir from. And Rav Ashi says, no problem. We'll learn that from a different extra word in the pasuk. There's a lot of extra words in this pasuk, and one of them is yihiyeh. Lager liyasem v'lamona yihiyeh. It will be for them. So you didn't need to write that word. You could have said it a different way. So this yihiyeh, according to Rav Ashi, is extra, and he's going to use that extra word to say that the din when he does when he forgets, even though he's in the city, he's already out of the field, it will count for shichacha, and then the anim can come and get. So that's where we got up to yesterday, and now we're going to go further from there in the Gemora. Kain Amar Ula. So Lou, would you like to do the reading of the Gemora?
I'd love to.
Great.
Kain Amar Ula. And so did Ula say, V'hu Shomer B'tzad Sadehu. He is guarding or standing on the side of the field. V'chein Amar Rabba Bar Chana, and similarly, Rabba Bar Chana said, V'hu she'omeid b'tzad sadehu, and he is standing on the side of the field. So Ula and Bar Chana said the same thing.
Yeah, so what is it that they're saying exactly? What they're saying is that this was the original issue that the Gemora was addressing. When you have a field, and let's say the field doesn't have a fence around it, so it's really like that. It's a chotzer. It's got a din of a chotzer she'eno mishtameres. It's an unguarded private piece of property, and as such, it will not be kona things that are on it. It's got to be a mishtameres in order for the owner to acquire the item that's contained in his chotzer. So what we said, though, that even though we got a field like that, but if you've got omed b'tzad sadehu, if he's standing by the side of his field, so then that'll now make that field like a chotzer mishtameres, and accordingly we'll be able to make a kinyan. So even though we didn't really find a source for this, the Gemora was looking for a source for this din, and we rejected the brisa with the shichacha as being a source. Now the Gemora is going back and saying, nevertheless, we have two other Amoraim that subscribe to this distinction between whether if it's not fenced in or guarded, it could be regarded as guarded if the owner is standing over there. But if he's not, then you won't be able to make a kinyan. Okay.
How does their statement relate to Rav Ashi?
No, Rav Ashi is not talking about that. True, he's not talking about that. What is Rav Ashi talking about? He's talking about this whole issue of shichacha. Is there a din shichacha even in the ear after the balabais already left the city? If he forgets after he's already in the city, is that going to count as a shichacha or not? So Rav Ashi said it will, and he has a source for it from the pasuk. That's what Rav Ashi came to say. But Rav Ashi is not discussing this matter of chatzu mishtameres, chatzu shena mishtameres. He's not discussing that.
Okay, so we switch gears.
Right.
So is Ula and Rabbi Barchana, are they saying that if he was standing on the side of the field and he acquired the Omer, now if he forgets it's still his?
See, yeah, that really depends on how we came out with this brisa over here that we brought. That's the way the Gemora wanted to originally understand the brisa.
Right.
The brisa, in other words, if he's in the soda and he forgets initially, it'll be shechacha. But if he remembers, and he forgets, only forgetting in the field will be forgetting. Oh, is this Alan? Oh, no, 1 second. Hi, Moshe Baruch. Hi. Good morning. I can call you at 12:30. Okay. Thanks for calling. Bye. Yeah, in other words, but that's what we said. If he was in the city and he made the declaration, even the case where he thereafter forgot, it will be shechacha because he wasn't able to make an acquisition beforehand because he wasn't in the city. Yes, really, what I'm saying is I don't know whether the Gemora was saying we just don't have a proof that that's the pshat in the brisa, even though we don't disagree. I mean, you know what? I guess we could say that according to these Amoraim here of Ula and Rabbi Bar Chana, they would agree that if he's standing in the field when he says that declaration, so he would have a kinyan chotzer. He could be zocha in the omer from a din chotzer. And if so, even if he would forget later on, it's inconsequential because he already acquired it.
Right.
Okay. Okay, now the Gemara goes further. We didn't have any Rashis yet. No. Okay, now the Gemara, we're up to Esvei. Esvei, Rabbi Abba Le'ula.
Esvei, Rabbi Abba Le'ula. Rabbi Abba challenged Ula from a Mishnah. Ma'aseh Birabanan, Biraban Gamliel Uzakanim. There was an incident involving Rabban Gamliel and the elders. Shehayu Ba'im Bispina, that they were traveling on a ship. Amar Rabban Gamliel said, Isur She'ani Asid Lamod Nasun Liyahushua. A tenth that I will in the future measure out, I give to Yehoshua. Umakomo Muskar Lo, and its place is leased to him. The Isur Achar She'ani Atid Lamod, and another tenth that I will in the future measure out, Nasun La Kiva ben Yosef. I give it to Akiva ben Yosef. Today, Sheiz Ke Vo la'ani'im, that he will acquire it on behalf of the poor. Umikomo muskar lo, and its place is leased to him. V'chi Rabbi Yoshua, the Rabbi Akiva, b'tzad sadehu shel Rabban Gamliel hayu omdim.
Oh,
Well, if Rabbi Yoshua Akiva were standing at the side, oh, it's a question. Were Rabbi Yehoshua and Rabbi Akiva standing at the side of Rabban Gamliel's field? Certainly not, because they were at sea. They were on the boat.
they were part of the. Seems like they were part of the Zakanim that the Bryce mentioned.
Right. So, since they weren't at the field, how can they be making these statements?
Since they were in the field, since they were in the boat, they can't be in the field. And if they're not in the field, so we don't have they're not omid b'tzad sadeu, even though it's not their field. But we're saying that it was sort of like rented to them a portion of the field in order to acquire it, so that it would be their acquisition where it is in the field. But since they're not there, we don't have the requirement of omid b'tzad sadeu that Ula and Rabbi Bar of Hana required. So if so, Rabbi Abba is asking a penetrating refutation to the view of Ula and Rabbi Bar of Hana. Because they both just got through telling us that the Kinyan Chatzar can only be if the owner is Omid B'tzad Sadeu. He's standing there at the time that the acquisition is to take place. Let's take a look at Rashi. We got Rashi Dibur Maskil Isur Shani Osid Lamod.
Okay, which page we on? Are we still on Aleph, or do we turn to Bet on that Rashi?
Hey, we're on base.
I know, but where's the Rashi?
No, we're on 11a. The Rashi is on 11a.
Okay, the Rashi's on 11a.
Toward the bottom. It's the second to the last one.
No, I see Shani Omed Lamad. And I'm standing on the side. In the future.
Yeah, the word before it, Isur.
Isur, there's one before that? Oh, I left out the word Isur. Sorry about that. The Isur, which is the 10th, that I will, in the future, measure out. Niskar, is that a nun or a chaf? Niskar?
Nun Zayin Chaf Reish.
Okay, so he'll remember it. Shalo, Esau, he will not. That it will not be a 10th ma'asrotem from his ma'aser. The huksha, and it's hard for him. The mehar, hurry up la'asram to give the tithes now. The asar who shum of the 10th that he already has there.
Right. So that's the scenario. Rashi's explaining why Reverend Gamliel is doing this on the boat. Doesn't he have better things to do on the boat than make hafreshus trumas and maisus? But Rashi says no, because he was nizker. He was reminded of the fact shalo iser masrosov, that he did not tithe his produce, and now he's on the boat. He left for his trip, so he said, "Oy vavoy, hukshaloi." It was very hard for him to think about the fact that he didn't do that, and so he acted right away. Miher, he acted with alacrity. La'asran, Basher Husham, to do a halachically valid tithing of Trumas and Meisers while he was on the boat. Basher Husham, because that's where he was at that time. He didn't say, "Oh, I'll take care of it when I get home." Okay, so that's the story. So Rabbi Gamliel is making his declaration of the separating of the tithes while he's on the boat for his produce, which is on his property, on land. Okay, next Rashi, Nasun liHoshua.
Okay, that's only Yeshua, so he's giving it to Yehoshua. Rebbe Yeshua Bar Chanina, that's the person who's giving it to him. Shahayu, who was with him, Bisfina on the boat. Who a Levi. So we're talking about this guy's a Levi, so we can give him the Maisa. You can give the Maisa to a Levi. The Notel Maisa Rishon, and you're giving him Maisa Rishon, which you do give to a Levi. Kida Amre, that we said the Arechen in Masechet Arechen Daf Yud on the base. Mishat Maseh, Rabbi Yeshua, that there is a Maisa, something that happened with Rabbi Yeshua, Shahalach Messiah, that he went to help Rabbi Yochanan ben that's a name, I guess.
Yeah.
Gedugda Behatsefet
Hagatat Delasot.
Is that Behatsefet and Hagefet? Hagefet Delatot, something with doors. What's Hagefet?
Yeah, what is that referring to?
Something about doors. Delatot is doors.
Yeah, something with the doors. Okay.
Carmelo, he said to him, Chazor, go back on it. Sha'ata mean ha-misorim. You want one of the poets?
Oh, these two are Levim, I guess. Rabbi Yeshua was Levi, and so too was Rabbi Yochanan ben Gudgada. They're both Levim.
And he's one of the singers in the temple.
And Rabbi Yochanan ben Gudgad, he was at his post as Levi, with the service of Hagafas Delasos, and Rabbi Yeshua came over Lasaya to assist him, to help him.
Right, but what is the what's this? What is he doing with the what's this Hagafat of the doors? What is that with the doors? But he says he's one of the singers.
They're like they're the doorsmen. That's one of the avodas of the Levim.
Yeah, the gatekeepers.
Yeah. So he said to him,
here, I'm one of the policemen of it, and the guarders. Umashorer, Meshi'ir B'mita.
Oy vey.
What is he? I don't know what the thing is. What he's doing at the end?
So he told him, Amalo, he said to him, Choserbach, go away. Return to whence you came. Because you're not allowed to help me with the doors. Shata mina mishorim. You have your job as a Levi. You are mishorer.
He's one of the singers.
You are a singer. Va'ani mina mishuarim. And I am one of the ones that are the mishuarim. So I'm involved with the doors. Umashorer, shashir, b'misa. If you got a Levi, even though both of them are a Levim, and even though both of them are avodas halavim, but nevertheless, a Meshorer who engages in shiar is b'misa. I have on this on the side. I have that a note that one of the checkers says that this is not really found in the original manuscripts of Rashi. These last three words. So I don't know whether it's true, whether it's not true. Anyway, so but that's basically the story. This is a Gemora in Erechin. Rashi quotes the Gemora in Erechin. So what did Rashi tell me this whole story for? You know why? I think because he's trying to prove to us that Rabbi Yeshua was a Levi. Because that'll explain why Rabbi Gamliel wanted to give him a tenth. Wanted to give him Meiser Rishon, which is to be given to the Levim. So Rashi says, don't take my word for it that Rabbi Yeshua is a Levi. I'll prove it to you from the Gemara. Okay. What? Okay. Okay, so that's where we're holding over here. And now we can turn over the page. Should be able to turn over the page now. Oh, so now we have a round of applause. A round of applause for, what's the round of applause for?
11A.
11A. Oh, then we go to 11B. Hooray! And now we got another Rashi. We got three long lines of Rashi about Dibra Maskil Makomo Muskar Lo. Whose turn is it to read the Rashi? Lou, you want to read?
Okay. Okay, Umakomo, and its place is rented to him. Ukabal Imenu Sham Sachar Hamakom Dahachi Kitani. So he received from him the place of the rental,
The schar hamakom.
The rent of the place.
or the schar. The schar.
Yeah, in other words, the demei schar hamakom.
The value. He gave him the value. I thought he said it's rented to him.
Yeah,
The value of the rent. He's giving him the rent. The schar, the rent of the place. The amount is the payment, is rental payment.
Oh, you mean if he's just he's regarded as a renter, why should he get the profits of the place?
I thought he said it's rented to him. He did. He said it's rented to him. Why would he give him money?
Rashi's explaining that he received in this that the place is rented to him. He's receiving the rent money from the place as the owner would do.
So Rabban Shimon ben Gamliel says, I'm renting the place to Rabbi Yeshua, and Rabbi Yeshua then pays Rabbi Shimon ben Gamliel?
No, he's. I don't think so. I think I think he means that Rabbi Yeshua is going to be receiving. Oh, maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. It's Rabbi Yeshua is going to therefore pay for the rental. Yeah, maybe that's what it means.
Okay, so
It's yeah. Just said he received from him over there the rent money of the place.
okay. So Rashi's just clarifying a detail of the transaction. The Haki Kitani, that here we learned Seifa, in the Seifa, Nis Kablu Zeh Mizeh, that this one received from this one, Schar, the payment, V'chol Kach Lama Kedei Liknos She'asar Tehei Chazro Kone Lo Lefi Shehamitaltalin Ein Konin Ella O B'Mashicha O Chazaro Chatzero Tikana Lo. So here it teaches in the Seifa that they received this one from this one, the payment, and v'chol kach, and all of this, and in all of this, lama, why is it through a kinyan, an acquisition?
Kol kach lama means like, what did they go to all this? What did they have to do all this for?
Ah,
He has to pay him rent money and blah, blah, and he was just trying to he's trying to give him his Meiserishon.
right.
Why does Rabbi Yeshua have to rent the place in the field where the produce is, and he's even got to pay Rabbi Gamliel for it, for the rental? Kol kach lama. What was the purpose of all of that?
In order that he acquires the Meiser,
Yeah,
that it should be that he acquires the field.
Chatzero, his courtyard.
He
His courtyard.
acquires the place. He says that the place is rented to him, so he acquires it. In order that metaltalin is movable.
yeah.
Metaltalin is not going to be acquired, is only going to be acquired with Mashicha by pulling it. Or Chetzro, Chazro. What's Chazro?
Chatzero,
His courtyard, his chetzer, his chatzer.
Oh, or his courtyard acquires it for him. Oh, so since he can't do Mashicha because he's on the boat, he says, "Okay, I'm giving you this courtyard. You own the courtyard. Now the courtyard can acquire it for you."
yeah. I mean, it's a field, but we're saying halachically, it's got a din of his chutzner, his domain. It's now the private domain that belongs to Rabbi Yeshua, and therefore he will acquire the produce that's in that area that Rabbi Gamliel rented to Rabbi Yeshua, and like that, he's going to be able to acquire the Meiser. Because if he doesn't, Rabbi Yeshua, acquire the Meiser, it's not regarded as though the Meiser was given. And if it's not regarded as the Meiser was given, so it's going to be Tevel. So they were very careful to make sure that there was an acquisition made by Rabbi Yeshua of the Meiser Rishon.
Okay.
We'll conclude with that. Everybody have a great day.
Have a good day. Take care. Be well.
All the best, Phil.